Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts of interactive teaching. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative true facts videos uninterrupted. Now, interactive teaching. Interactive teaching involves facilitator and learners. It encourages and expects learners to participate. Use questions to stimulate discussion, emphasizing the values of answers. Interactive teaching gives participants hands-on experience. Use teaching aids to gain and retain attention. Where to start? Start with clear learning objectives or start with a clear learning outcome. Helps your plan session and helps participants by providing clear view of the session's directions. Follow an outline and provide copies to participants. Periodically refer to the learning outcomes during the session to remind everyone where you are and prevent people from getting lost. Increase participation. It is important. Increase participation. Research shows people will listen for only 15 to 20 minutes without a break. Learn more when given an opportunity to process what they are learning. Retain more if they review or use the information immediately after learning it. Retain more if they review or use the information immediately after learning it. Lecturing. Lecture is the duct tape of the teaching world. Lecturing delivers concepts. It delivers a lot of information in a short amount of time. Lecturing conveys information that is difficult to present in another way. Avoid overuse because in a lecture your learners are passive. It is important. In a lecture your learners are passive. It doesn't guarantee understanding. No feedback from learners. Easily bores the audience unless well prepared. Points to keep in mind. Lowest retention value of all teaching techniques. Make more interactive by involving the group by frequently stopping and asking questions. Make more interactive by involving the group by frequently stopping and asking questions. Strive for a 30%, 70% split. 30% lecture, 70% active discussion. This won't always be possible. Why use facilitation rather than lecture in a training session? Participants like to be actively involved. Participants want to share knowledge and ideas. You don't have to be an expert and answer all questions because learners can address questions as well. Keep groups attentive and involved. Working in groups, it is important. Work groups are the workhouse of interactive teaching. Work groups should be standard in every training program. Using work groups, it stimulates individual input. Learners obtain feedback from multiple perspectives. Offers opportunity for peer instructions. Allows you to evaluate their learning. How to utilize work groups? Number 1. Explain the procedures. Form groups. Describe tasks. Specify a time limit. Specify a time limit is important. Ask for scripts. Recommend a process. Monitor progress. Act as a timekeeper and answer questions. Have groups report to entire group. Process the information. When to use group work? Warm-ups, practice session, review, break-up lectures, complete assignments. Interactive techniques. Interactive techniques are think, pair, share, budget session, case study, incident process, question and answer period, short writing exercises, note review, demonstration. Incorporating interactivity. As you select activities, consider the learners' wants and needs, number of participants, size and layout of the room. Ask yourself, What am I trying to teach each people? Do I want them to share ideas and learn from each other? Do I want them to internalize some things on their own? Do I want to test their knowledge? Do I want to test their knowledge? Plan a variety of activities and your session to help participants stay interested. Think pair share, 5 to 7 minutes. Pose a question or problem. This should require participants to explain a concept in their own words or to apply, synthesize or evaluate what they have learned. Give participants 1 minute to think about their answers individually. Have them pair with a partner to compare answers. Have them pair with a partner to compare answers. Ask them to share their responses with the class. Ask them to share their responses with the class. Budget session, 10 to 15 minutes or less. Divide participants into groups of 3 to 6 participants. A small size of group allows each participant to contribute. Give the group 3 to 8 minutes to consider a specific limited problem or questions. Shortness of time requires group to work hard and stay on target. Walk around the room to answer questions. Ask for answers from each group or provide the answer to on an overlap flip chart board. Case study. Provide accounts of actual problems, situation an individual's group has experienced. Provide a means of analyzing and solving a typical problem. Open-ended proposition that asks the basic question, what would you do? Solutions must be practical, the best you can come up with under the circumstances. Effective method of provoking controversy and debate on issues for which different conclusions do not exist. Incident process. Method of learning how to solve problems and work out solutions by using actual incidents that involve real people in real situations. Less formal, less demanding form of case study. Question and answer period. Allow a shortened amount of time for question at the beginning, middle or end. Plan this time and tell participants about it in advance. Question may be asked orally by individuals, groups or in writing. Try distributing index cards at the start of your session. Ask participants to write down a question they have and return it to you before the break. Then review their questions while the participants are on break. When they return, answer their questions while summarizing key points learned before the break. Use this as a transition in the next section. Asking questions. Open-ended questions should be there. Ask questions to get participants to think, analyze or evaluate. Prepare questions ahead of time. Prepare questions ahead of time. Questions should not have a single right answer. That is, how could this procedure be improved? Or what problems might occur with this technique? These type of questions must be there. Closed-ended questions. Have a short, different answers. Work best when asked fairly rapidly in a series to break the participants out of a passive mode. Short writing exercises. Give participant a card or sheet of paper. Give participant a card or sheet of paper. Ask them to write their responses. Collect responses and review them. Clarify all misunderstandings and answer questions. Muddiest points. 10 minutes, 2 minutes of writing, 8 minutes of answering discussions. Used to immediately explain points that have not been clearly understood. Ask the participant to write their least clear or muddiest point. 3-minute summary. Use this to clarify point and assess the depth of participants' understanding. Ask them to summarize the key point of the seminar. Note review, 4 to 5 minutes. Can be used in the middle of a seminar, after a break or at the end. Give participants 3 minutes to read their notes Thoroughly underscore or circle important points. Mark anything that doesn't make sense. Mark the location of missing information. Circle the room answering individual questions. After they have completed the exercise, ask for questions so you can clarify questions. Now demonstration. Demonstration is one of the most effective teaching methods because of its visual impact. Visual impact. A visual presentation of one or more techniques, processes, skills, etc. are called demonstration. You all participants, often assisted by others, go through the motion of showing, doing, explaining, etc. Introducing and conducting activities. Give the rationale. Explain why you are doing the exercise. Explain the task with complete and detailed instructions. Define the context. Tell them how they will complete the task. Explain what is to be reported. Explain how to structure their responses. Monitor the exercise. Stay near to answer questions. Debrief the exercise. Highlight key points after groups have given data. Other proven techniques. Peer instructions, practice session, discussion, job aids, role play, brainstorming, games, field trips, competition, assigned reading. Now, summary. Telling is not teaching, nor is listening learning. Please understand. Telling is not teaching, nor is listening learning. You must engage participants in learning activities that lead to a higher level of understanding and result in the participant's ability to apply what he learned on the job. Interactive teaching is a two-way process of active participants' engagement with each other, the facilitator and the content. Keep in mind, however, that interactivity is a means to a greater end. Participants' learning. The most effective learning involves leading participants to a point of reflection on content. What does this mean to me? How can I use this? Is this better than what I am doing now? This reflection is the goal of interactivity. In my next video, I will reveal 2 facts of some other most interesting topics. Thanks.